I will start with the reactions of haloalkanes, and there are three main type of reactions given by haloalkanes, and these are first is nucleophilic substitution reactions. Second is dehydrohalogenation elimination reactions. And the third is reaction with the metals, reaction of haloalkanes with metals. Now we will start with the first category of reaction, and these reactions are called nucleophilic substitution reactions. Now when we say nucleophilic substitution, it means the X of haloalkane can be replaced by any electron rich atom or group. So this is haloalkane Rx, and we are reacting it with some incoming nucleophile Nu negative. It can be any electron rich atom or group. So nucleophile displaces X from the haloalkane and gives RNu as a final product and X negative. So we have number of reactions in this category, and the first reaction is a reaction with the aqueous alkali. Now when we say aqueous alkali, it can be aqueous KOH, it can be dilute NaOH, or we can use moist silver oxide. And all these reagents provides OH negative ion, and this OH negative can displace X negative of haloalkanes like this. So I am writing aqueous KOH. It forms ROH plus KX. Now this ROH is called an alcohol functional group. So we can replace X by OH using aqueous KOH, but you can use any reagent, dilute NaOH, moist silver oxide, anyone can be used to replace X by OH. So this is a method to prepare alcohol also. Now we will take one example. Now this is bromoethane, and we are reacting it with aqueous KOH. It forms CH3, CH2, OH plus the KBr. Now this is called ethyl alcohol. So the product obtained is called ethyl alcohol. Now this reaction of haloalkane with aqueous alkali to form alcohol is also called hydrolysis of alkyl halides. So this is also called hydrolysis of alkyl halide. So this is first example of a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now the second reaction of alkyl halide is with sodium alkoxide. This is number 2 reaction with sodium alkoxide. Now when we say sodium alkoxide, it means it is a sodium salt of alcohol. So we represent the sodium alkoxide as this, Na plus and OR negative. So I am writing R dash here. This R dash can be same as the alkyl group of haloalkane, or it can be different also. So we are reacting haloalkane with sodium alkoxide, Na plus OR dash. This R dash again can be same as R, it can be different. So it gives ROR dash plus NaX. Now this ROR dash functional group is called ether functional group. So this is called ether functional group, right? Ether functional group. And this method of preparing ethers by reacting haloalkane with sodium alkoxide is called Williamson's synthesis reaction. This is called Williamson's synthesis reaction. And this is the best method to prepare any type of ether. Any type of ether means ethers having two similar alkyl groups or different alkyl groups. Now one example is this: CH3Br when treated with sodium methoxide, it forms an ether CH3OCH3, which is called dimethyl ether. And our side product is NaBr. Now some more important points about Williamson's synthesis. This Williamson synthesis is an example of a SN2 mechanism. The reaction is given by less crowded alkyl halide. So if you are preparing an ether with two different alkyl groups, then you see which alkyl group is less crowded and take the less crowded alkyl group in the form of alkyl halide and the other alkyl group in the form of a sodium salt of alcohol, means as a sodium alkoxide. For example, our aim is to prepare this ether. Now if you look at this ether, there are two different alkyl groups attached to oxygen. One is this ethyl and the second one is this isopropyl group. Now out of these two groups, ethyl one is less crowded. So we take ethyl in the form of alkyl halide and the isopropyl in the form of sodium alkoxide. So we take less crowded ethyl group in the form of alkyl halide like this one, CH3 CH2Br, and the other alkyl group, that is isopropyl, in the form of a sodium alkoxide. So you always take the less crowded alkyl group in the form of alkyl halide. This is Williamson's synthesis. Now the third reaction is with the sodium or potassium cyanide. Now this is our alkyl halide and we are reacting it with the potassium cyanide. We can use sodium cyanide also and alcoholic potassium cyanide or ethanolic. It means the solution has been prepared in alcohol. So we write this way, ethanolic. Now in potassium cyanide, this potassium carbon bond is ionic. As a result, the carbon is negatively charged, has a lone pair of electron present, carbon is the nucleophilic center, and this carbon attacks at the alkyl group of alkyl halide and gives alkyl cyanide. And the Kx is your side product. Now this is called alkyl cyanide. This is a common name. Now in IUPAC nomenclature, we include the carbon of the cyanide in the longest continuous chain and we write nitrile as a suffix to the parent alkane. So the IUPAC name is alkane nitrile. So IUPAC name is alkane nitrile. So if you look at this reaction, by using KCN, we can increase the number of carbon atoms in the compound. Now this alkyl halide, when treated with silver cyanide, now what happens in silver cyanide? Silver carbon bond is covalent. As a result, there is no negative charge on carbon. So carbon is not a nucleophilic center. But due to the presence of lone pair of electron, nitrogen is electron rich, nitrogen is a nucleophilic center, and this nitrogen attacks at the alkyl group of alkyl halide and gives isocyanide. This group is called isocyanide, so its name is alkyl isocyanide. So if you look at these two nucleophiles, CN and NC, these two have the same formula, but they have a different linking atoms. Linking atom means the different atoms through which the bond with the alkyl group can be formed. So in case of cyanide, linking atom is carbon. In isocyanide, the linking atom is nitrogen. So CN and NC, they have the same formula but different linking atoms. And these type of groups are called ambident nucleophiles. These are called ambident nucleophiles or ambident groups. So NC and CN minus, these are examples of ambident nucleophiles. For example, this we are reacting CH3, CH double bond CH2 with HBr. So I am giving you one question. Write the structures of A and B. So this propane is being treated with HBr, it forms A, and this on reaction with ethanolic KCN gives B. So what are the structures of A and B? Now the first step is addition of HBr across the double bond according to Markovnikov's rule. So this is our A, CH3, CHBr and CH3. Now in the second step from A to B, we are using ethanolic KCN. Now this ethanolic KCN will displace bromine. So our product B is CH3, CH3 and CN and CN. So these are the structures of A and B. Now this potassium cyanide always used with alkyl halide, and once we have a alkyl cyanide form, these cyanides can be changed into number of other functional groups. So alkyl cyanide is used as an important synthetic reagents. Now I will explain to you some important